M0 FXB Hamtech. Let's hack into our ZELLO KSUN radio and upload a program called ADB, which allows us to talk between the Android device and the Raspberry Pi. You can see in the background there the micro USB cable is plugged into the Raspberry Pi, and then the Raspberry Pi is now being viewed by my PC using VNC Viewer. But you can add a keyboard, you can connect to the HDMI out of the Raspberry Pi and do it that way, but I use VNC Viewer, and there's a learning process to doing that, which is I've got a separate video for. So first thing we'll do is open up a terminal here, and we're going to tell it to install the ADB program. So what you type is sudo space apt space install space ADB, and then you just hit enter, and then it will load that up. Now I have already loaded it, and it will say that you've already got it, okay? But on yours it'll go through and just load it, okay? The next thing we want to do is go into what they call SSH. So all you type here is, and I'm looking down because I'm looking at the commands that I've made a note of, is ADB shell. So let's do that. ADB SHELL, and it says that. Okay, we'll scroll up. Sorry about my message. I need a better power supply. So when you're in shell, it says this, and we can type ADB devices. ADB devices. Now I will put all these commands into the link. When it does see your device, the model number will show up, and that's what we're waiting for. List of devices attached there. Well, it took me a couple of goes, and I actually unplugged the USB from the Raspberry Pi and put it back in. Then I typed in ADB devices again, and now it's showing up, and that is my device, 8310C4F4. So the thing I was going to try is to change the timeout. So we'll go back into the shell thing. We'll go ADB shell, press enter. We're in the shell now, and we're going to type in the commands. M6HOU was the video I watched. So we're going to go settings, PUT. Like I said, I'm looking down because I've got the notes on my lap here. System. Then you have space screen. Then a flat line, so you go shift and flat line underneath. Off. Then you go shift again, flat line. Timeout. And then you can set your time, which I would like it unlimited. Now for 4 minutes, I noticed that M6HOU put 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to add, I think I'll leave it as that and just test it, see if it works. I'm just curious to know if I add another 0, would that work? So we'll press enter, and it goes back to shell. Now I just want to make sure we save that. Okay, I don't see a save, so I'm just going to type in exit for now, end this video, and hope that it saves, and reboot the ZELLO device. So fingers crossed. So as you see now, it's gone black because there's a 90-second sort of timeout. I'll test it. Let's just see. I'll do the reboot now. To reboot, you just hold down like so, go down one, and hit reboot. I mean, I think it's a really nice looking set for what you pay. I think it's a really nice looking set. Yeah, using the buttons can be annoying, but I'll just show you. If I plug take it out of my Raspberry Pi now, plug it into the same cable into my PC. I'll show you the program called Visor, where you can actually drag and drop items. So I just plugged it into my PC now. You see Visor showing up here, like so. That's Visor. Oh, uninstalling the old Visor app. I didn't know that it had the old one. So Visor is very automatic. It's very like that. So you can see my device. Now watch the timeout. So remember, I've changed it to 4 minutes. I'll let it all do its thing, and it will sign in automatically because we've already put in the username and password. But of course, when you're using Visor, you are able to use your keyboard on your mouse to put in all your usernames and passwords, so that helps. So let's just wait for this Visor to do its thing. It does look like the timeout has worked, so that's good news. The Visor has appeared, and you can see we've got screen. We can see the screen now. It just connected automatically. So the way I was doing the APKs is, let me just go back to the settings menu, and I managed to put this on, so I need to remove that a minute. There you are, because that's more of a touch screen thing. So I would download the APK. You can hear Roy there on Network Radio's doing the morning net. So see the APK here, I literally just drag it onto the screen like so. When I was using Total Control, that is, and it would, on my other Ham Geek device, it would work basically. It would say, yeah, I'm installing. So in this case, it didn't do that. But look, you can see that I can go back and I can go to home and control the device, which is pretty good. So let's just try that drag again. Drag and drop transfer selected files to Android. So I go like so. And I'm not getting what I got with Total Control, where it would do it. Who knows? I mean, if it does do it, great. But that doesn't seem to have worked. So let's close it down. And let's do Total Control. So we go TOT. That's this app. Let that fire up. Which I find to connect this, Total Control doesn't connect straight away. I notice the way just moving everything out of the way here. At the moment it's saying, you know, nothing's connected. And there's some tips there. Ah, right, here goes. So it is trying to connect now. And I find if you plug it in and unplug it a couple of times, it starts to work. And you get the screen. We are going to add the command to the Raspberry Pi, which is called screen copy. So I'll get the command for that, and we'll give that one a go as well. Okay, let's try and drag another app. So we got Peanut here and HubNet. Let's try Peanut. So we'll drag it across, put it in, and see what it does. When you use Total Control, I get this. So this starts to make me think, oh, it's going to work, because it installs it. But even after a reboot, I don't see it. So I'm trying to learn how to make it show and find out where it's put it. And I've got some help here from Derek on that. So okay, we've done that. We've done the timeout and it is staying on. Let's try the screen copy one. So we'll close down Total Control. We'll go back to the Raspberry Pi. So let's see if we're talking to it again. We're going to type in, like we did last time, ADB devices. See if it's connected. So ADB DEVICES. But yeah, the cable is now connected to the Raspberry Pi, which happens to have Ham Pi on it, which is a whole nother video, which is it's a Raspberry Pi, I don't know, software, but it's got lots of ham radio products. I need to get a decent power supply, a 2 amp power supply for this. so I don't keep getting that error. But anyway, I've got one here. I just need to dig it out. So it says we're connected because look, list of devices, and I put that in. So let's go to that. Let's type that command to install. So we go sudo apt install, and notice the spaces do matter, and this time it's scrcpy, and then enter. So this I've never used this before, but it installs the ability. It says unable to locate. I wonder why, because reading package list done, building dependency tree, reading state information, unable. So let me just find out why it says that. So to run screen copy, you literally just type scrcpy, and if it did install, it would just appear, and so it hasn't done that. So let's try, and maybe I typed it wrong, but that is the correct command as far as I can see. Sudo apt install scr. So let's try it. I don't know if this is correct, but I'll put it into the shell mode and then try and install it there. So we'll go adbshell. You can hear them having a good old friendly chat there. So I think that was about 4 minutes. Just turn that down a minute. adb shell, and then we'll try that command again regarding installing. So let's go sudo sudo install, no, apt install scrcpy, enter. No, because maybe it doesn't really matter if you're. Let's just put in scrcpy, and then what I'll do, I'll try a reboot. So let's just exit that. scrcpy. Should I try and upload it again? So let's try it again, then we'll do the reboot. So we'll go sudo apt install scrcpy. So it is doing it, and it's saying it can't find the package. Now I wonder why that is. Is it because I'm pretty sure I'm online there, otherwise I won't be able to talk to it. Alright, you can see we're doing a reboot now. Log back into this is VNC Viewer. It remembers the IP address. There is a password, and then you can log back in. And yeah, it's quite small here, but that's because Hampire needs to be registered and activated, which I haven't done yet. I've sent the message to do that, but I just need to keep follow up the process. So that's basically my Raspberry Pi that you're seeing. So let's open a terminal again, and we'll type in that install for Scrappy again, which is sudo apt space install, and then it's scrpy. Actually it's scrcpy, isn't it? Let's just go back. Got to remember that. scrcpy. Right, do that again. And as you know, we got this already. And then it says it can't find the package. So yeah, not really sure what to do really, but we'll just go scrcpy, enter. And it doesn't, it doesn't know it. Okay, well I hope that was some learning. At least I think we got the timeout working, and it's interesting that we can just log into it with the install ADB. We now know how to do that, and we're talking and interacting with the sort of Linux part of our KSUN, so it's all really good learning. But otherwise, it's just a fun device, very inexpensive, and if you just want to chat away on Zello, it works well. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. I did reboot it, and as you can see here, it's still just got, there's no sign of the apps that I've dropped and dragged into it. 7.3, all the best.